It cracks me up too. Lots of times I don't plan on making as many video clips of certain things until I start getting into it. And so you're in luck. You never know what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do next when I make a video. And here I go. Okay. I just used this the other day. I'm just going to shake it a little. And oh, on this sealer, you go to the store. They got all kinds of sealers. You can look in the tile departments of hardware stores, and they may have some going up to $80, $90 a gallon. And I've seen a quart for $34.95. $34.95 for a quart? No, just use something like this. Okay, the stuff that I was showing you, that's exactly what it's for. Interior, and I believe this is only for interior. I forget, but you don't need interior. Oh no, I'm wrong. It says interior and exterior right on the front of that. And I'm just going to pour a little bit in here. And I'm not going to pour in a whole lot. Okay, just that much. And as you can see, it's white. Well, it goes on kind of white, kind of opaque, and then it dries clear. And that's why I didn't want to put it in that little bucket. Because this way I can, when I get up there, I'm just going to dip in a little bit at a time. I'm not going to try to saturate this. This is a throwaway paintbrush, and I'm not going to wreck a really good paintbrush that I have, and this is all I need. But I don't have to saturate this too much because I'm only going to do a little bit at a time, right? There's only so much you want to put on your job at any one time because I'm doing these tile walls in the tub enclosure. Okay, so first off, remember I told you I was going to use this? Well, I'm just going to have to let it kind of work its way on here a little bit, and it'll get flexible after just a little bit. The first time I used sealer, I was going to throw away my paintbrush, and the next day I thought, oh man, I'm going to have to buy a new paintbrush every time I get ready to seal floors in the walls. And then I started using one, and it flexed right back up because it's just the sealer, reactivating the sealer that's hard on my paintbrush. Okay, and it's still hard, but it will soften up here once I get going. Okay, so step by step. Hey, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you paint this floor and the shower tub enclosure? One step at a time. Let's do it. Good grief, my battery's almost dead. But hey, it's okay. I got an extra battery. And yeah, you can see this. I wanted to make sure you could see where I'm going to set this paint tray. I'm just going to set it on my little 3-step stool ladder at the top, and I carry my rag around just in case I get an accident or something. But like I say, if you do get some drips on the floor and stuff, it's okay. This stuff will wipe up, and you let it set, and then you can clean it off with a razor blade on your tub. Okay, but first I've got to get my paintbrush going here. Okay, and see, I'm just going to go back and forth a little bit, and it will soften up here in a minute. It's just going to take a few minutes. When I dip it in here, then I hold it kind of upside down so I don't get it dripping all over the place. Okay, well, I'm just gonna put a little bit on here at first, just to, like I said, just to soften this up. And so I'm just gonna go a little bit here, and it's gonna I mean, I can already tell it's starting to flex. Okay, just work that in. Because I didn't rinse this out when I got done. I could have rinsed it out with just clear water at the end of the first time. This next time, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna clean out the brush just with clear water when I get done, the best I can. Okay. All right. I can tell my brush is working pretty good now. Okay. And this will give you a chance to get used to cutting in with the paintbrush. All right. And a throwaway paintbrush, can I use that to cut in right up here? Of course I can. Yeah. There. That's all I got to do. Making sure I get it right on that grout line a second time. Okay. And that's why I didn't really want to use that cup thing anyways, because then I've got to hang on to it and I can't balance myself and stuff. And if I just have to go one tile at a time, fine. I don't care. I'm not going in a race, and it's really not going to take me that long to really get this whole thing done. Now see, I don't have to do that whole tile just yet. I can come up here and just concentrate on cutting this in. And I'm just dipping in the tip of my paintbrush. Okay. And you'll get good at going both directions. All right. Because I'm on the ladder, I've got to go forehand and backhand sometimes. And see this going up next to the wall where the grout is. Can I get it from here? No. I've got to reset up later after I get these tiles done. Then I'll work on the outside. Okay. I'm just going to get this tile right to this edge. So dipping in, lifting it up like this, so I don't hold it like that after I get it full of sealer, because I don't want it dripping any more than I have to. And so that's fine. A nice little staging area on top of my ladder, right? If these were 10-foot ceilings, 10-foot walls, I'd have to maybe do it a different way for the top few tiles. Then I would set my little ladder up. I'm just remembering where to go, because on the second coat you have to kind of keep track of what you're doing to see, did I go over that or didn't I? And you'll be able to see through the light and stuff which tiles you've gone to, which tiles you haven't done, and make sure you concentrate on getting the grout lines. Okay, and try not to get too much on there any go, because if it drips off your paintbrush, it's just going to get on top of your tub. We don't want that, do we? Okay. Well, see, just gonna do one tile at a time. Just concentrate on one tile. That's all. And like I say, this will give you a chance to get used to your paintbrush, get acquainted with your paintbrush. Because if you can do this, then you can graduate on painting walls, cutting in ceilings, doing all kinds of painting once you know how to use your paintbrush. And this is a good way to learn how to use that paintbrush. Sealing your tile. Now see, I see some drips on this, so I just wipe them off. Okay? I just have to be aware of this, make sure I don't knock my tray off onto the tub and that kind of stuff. Now see, this one, I'm just gonna go just down to here. That's all I'm gonna put on my paintbrush, just enough to get it wet, so that I can gently get it on there. See, how much more sealer do I need just to get that tile right there? None. Boom. But see, once I get the little bit on here in my tray, I can just wipe some of it off a little bit, turn it upside down, and then get it on there. And now I'm going to cut in right there. Just slide it. All you're doing is sliding your paintbrush. You can take it here, slide it down. Take it here, slide it down. You'll think, you'll say, wow, I didn't know I was this good at doing this. You don't have to be a professional painter to save money around the house on painting. My word, come on. That's the last thing I do. Granted, on certain things, depending what it is, you may have to get a painter, but for some things like painting a bathroom like I'm showing you, and sealing your tiles, and painting walls and stuff like that, you gotta learn how to start doing stuff like that on your own. You'll save that money and keep it in your pocket. Okay? Now I can see any excess. I'm just doing this one row of tile here. It's got little square tiles. I just want to make sure I get all of the lines. And don't think just because you're going sideways like that, you're going to get the vertical lines too. Go over them. Because trust me, you want to get those grout lines. Okay? You don't want to just get the surface of your tiles. Alright? And I was gonna stop right there, but I think I'm gonna do one more row of tile. You can see it through the window here, can't you? Well, actually, you know what I can do? I can just do this. Maybe you can see through here a little bit better. Like that. I'm just gonna keep this right here. Get on my lower spot and just slide your paintbrush down there, like that. Dip a little bit, don't get too much, put it upside down, get it up there. Okay? You don't have to get any more than that. I don't care if I can't go any further than one, and I can set that down. I see just a little bit on here that I can wipe off. And that's why I've got my rag here. I could clean some of that excess off if I get too much later too, if I want. And I see I can see a few drips here, and I'm going to wipe those off, because once I do this tile, I'm going to start up top, go down to here. You see any drips, you can just gently wipe them off. If you don't do that, depending on how thick the drips are, the drips could dry like that, or if you get a puddle somewhere on your floor, let's say, depending how deep the puddle is, if it's in some nooks and crannies on some natural stone floors or something, it could dry white, believe it or not. But in most cases, your sealer is gonna dry clear. Okay. And I can paint like that, or I can just use the side of the brush and just kind of slide it. I can just slide it on, see? Concentrating, getting my grout lines here, like that. Go across back over on these. Oh, I can't even remember, did I do that middle one? I can't even remember. I think I did, but I'm not sure. We're just gonna go over it. Okay, didn't take me long, did it? There. My paintbrush is good as new now because it's fully saturated with the sealer on there, even though I didn't rinse it out before. Don't, just because I call those throwaway paintbrushes, I don't throw them away until I really have to down the road. I'll use that paintbrush for quite some time still. How long will that paintbrush last? Oh, I don't know. It's for some other bathrooms and for the sealer. How much sealer am I using? You see it. I'm not using very much. On this first go with sealing this floor and sealing the whole tile, shower surround tile, maybe that much, maybe, you know, not very much at all. And so this gallon, even though it cost me 40 bucks, yeah, 40 bucks instead of 20 bucks. Can't even find the $20 stuff anymore, even though it's 40 bucks. That's gonna last me for a while. I'm gonna have plenty to do 2 coats on this bathroom and the floor, and then I've got another bathroom that the master bathroom up here on the 2nd floor in the condo. I'll have plenty to do that, and then I'll probably still have a half a gallon left for later on down the road. How long will this sealer last? Depending on foot traffic, depending on how often you use the showers and the tub and all that kind of stuff, it could last 2 to 3 years, maybe even more. Now this is our guest bathroom. We don't have that many people using this bathroom. Okay, this could last us 4 years maybe before I have to clean, you know, really scrub it down with Simple Green again, and then apply another coat. But in the bathroom that we use all the time, in the master bathroom, I'd say, you know, 2.5, 3 years. I'll take a look at it and see if it needs another coat, and then that time I'll decide, hey, do I want to put 2 coats on or 1 coat? You'll be able to know, trust me. You'll know when it's time to seal again. All right?